An auction in Greeley, a small town north of Denver and the cattle raising center of Colorado.
Checked open balls on a minute, take a look here, 72.5, 3 balls, 73, 3.5, 4.5.
The calves have been bred in the pastures of the surrounding ranches. Now they come to be fattened up in the feedlots.
76, 74.
This is Jim Park, the owner of a small family farm near Greeley who raises cattle. And Carl Montega, a buyer from Montfort, the biggest meat producer in the area. Montfort of Colorado, a beef-producing company with its own feedlots, slaughterhouses, and car parks. 85,000 animals can be fattened at the same time, 200,000 per year in this feedlot alone. And Montfort operates another 2 facilities of the same size in this region. Located on a high plateau, the climate on the plains is ideal for the animals. It is dry in summer and cold and dry in winter. This makes the cattle resistant to germs and infection. Montfort buys calves from all over the United States and sends them to Greeley to be fattened. They will be fed here for about 110 days until they have reached a suitable weight for slaughter. The new arrivals are sorted by age and size and then vaccinated. They are given a sedative against the stress of this new, unfamiliar environment. Each animal is given a computer number and a hormone capsule is implanted. The hormones cause the animals to gain weight more quickly. Then an antiseptic bath to kill off bacteria. Cattle owners fear nothing more than an outbreak of infection in feedlots. Nevertheless, 1% of the livestock, that's about 2,000 cattle a year, will die from dust and stress before they reach the slaughterhouse. Jim Park's family farm is only about a 5-minute drive from Montfort. Jim Park owns about 250 acres of irrigated land on which he grows fodder for his beef stock. He fattens 1,100 animals per year in a feedlot. Only 2 men run the farm, Jim himself and another farmhand. The business is fully mechanized with its own feed mill and all necessary equipment. Jim Park sells his cattle to the highest bidder among the U.S. meat producers, including Montfort of Colorado.
Oh, we've been in the business feeding cattle probably about 20 years. Before that, we used to milk cows here. The old red barn behind us here, that's where we used to milk cows. But we've kind of got out of that business and basically just feedlot. Feeding cattle right now. We raise most of our own alfalfa and corn silage, the roughage part of it. I do have to buy some shelled corn, but the biggest majority of the feed we raise right here on the place and feed it to the cattle. I don't sell any corn or alfalfa off the place. It all goes through the cattle.
When Montfort is big business, it's so close to you, is a family farm able to survive?
Well, I think so. Big, of course, is maybe more efficient, But I think one of the disadvantages of being so big is everything is hired labor. At least here, I own the cattle myself, and I do have one man that's here year-round that works with me. And we just take more of a caring role, I think. If you're working for a big company, a lot of times you maybe don't care so much whether one's sick or whether they're eating the way they should be or things like this. So I think we can probably compete just about as well.
How did this farm started here?
Well, my great-granddad, a fellow by the name of Frederick Niemeyer, and Fritz was his kind of his nickname, but Fritz came to this country in the mid-1800s, and he came from Germany over here to the United States, and he homesteaded this place. It's been in the family since about 1888, so we've been here a little over 100 years.
Like Fritz Niemeyer, many Germans settled in Colorado at that time. The land was well suited for growing sugar beets, something they were very good at. But the water shortage in Colorado meant hardship for the farmers. The drought of 1927 to 35, worse than any before, turned fertile land into desert. The farms were buried by sandstorms. The land could no longer feed the people, and most of the farmers had to leave their homes. In 1935, the Colorado government started work on a gigantic irrigation project. The Rocky Mountains form a watershed. The farms and arable land on the Great Plains, 70 miles to the east, are only sparingly supplied with meltwater from the mountains. This is because most of the snow falls on the western side of the Rockies. Large water reservoirs were built west of the mountain range. From there, a tunnel was drilled straight through the mountain and a pipeline was laid. When the rivers begin to dry up in summer, the stored water is pumped from west to east. It flows through pipelines down the slopes of the Rocky Mountains to the plains below and can also be used to generate hydroelectric power. The water then flows through two canal systems, north into the Cache la Poudre and south into the South Platte River. Many ditches carry it from the river to the fields and farms. In addition to wheat, corn, and alfalfa, corn for silage has become the main crop in Colorado. Under contract from Montfort, many farmers plant crops, which are then harvested by Montfort using its own equipment and workforce. The corn is chopped right in the fields to form silage. It is then stored in silos in Montfort's feedlot. Montfort buys corn wherever the price is right. In the feed mill, the grain is heated and ground in flakers to form cornflakes. The fodder is mixed by computer. Cornflakes, silage, proteins, and vitamins are blended together for each group of cattle according to their age and weight. They are fed twice a day. The fodder is heated so that the animals waste no energy bringing it to body temperature. The aim, a weight gain of 3 pounds per day.
Please feed pen 134 for 15 head, 604 for 20 head, and 542 for 1 head.
20 farms are connected to this irrigation canal. The next to the last is Jim's. A co-op, formed by the farmers, manages and supervises the just distribution of water. When water is short, some farmers even lock their gates to prevent water from being stolen. Some water rights date back to the previous century. These oldest rights are also the most valuable because they are the last to have their water restricted.
What would your land be worth without the water right?
Oh, a couple $100 an acre. And with the water, probably 2,000. So it's about a 10-fold increase by having the water and being able to raise the crops.
"15 minutes away from the feedlot, on the outskirts of Greeley, lies Montfort's slaughterhouse. "5,000 animals are killed here per day in 2 shifts. The Montfort slaughterhouse in Greeley is considered one of the most modern in the world, and Montfort operates 5 other slaughterhouses in the U.S., and itself is only a small part of the gigantic food corporation ConAgra. After being refrigerated for 24 hours, the carcasses are halved and sorted according to cut. Except for the tip of the tail, every part of the animal is put to good use. 2,500 people work here. A major part of the meat is processed into ground beef and prepared as hamburgers right here in the slaughterhouse for a large restaurant chain. Premium meat is then put in boxes for delivery. Boxed beef is a Montfort specialty. There are no butchers needed in supermarkets. In addition, the freezer trucks can carry 4 times as much boxed meat as carcasses. Montfort has thus become one of the 3 market leaders and supplies the entire United States, in particular the big cities along the East Coast. It used to make no difference how large cattle grew to be. Nowadays, however, a uniform size is essential for modern meat packing plants because otherwise the cattle won't fit into the box.